It's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.
Good evening. Webinar 215, Wholesale and Real Estate. That's real estate investing, low barrier to entry, valuing your cash or credit. We have the full house here tonight. Both lovely young ladies here to make this thing happen. And I'm just the add on. All right, so really quick, if you want to join us live, just text the word GATOR to the number here, 205-964-5243. And you can get your own seminar, your own one-on-one 2-day live. Just text the word GATOR and follow the instructions in that text. So make sure you like and share. Over to you, Adria.
All right. Thank you for joining us on this Thursday. Is March 24th. Rennie, March is almost over. It's January, February, March. The first quarter of the year is done. Like almost done. Done. Time is flying by. Like, oh my gosh. I don't even know what to say. But guys, thank you for joining us. This is the place where we answer your questions in regards to wholesaling real estate with little to no cash or credit. In addition to other forms of real estate investing, you're in the right place. This is free content. So make sure you like, subscribe, hammer that button, and tell a friend to come and join us. They still have plenty of time. And as Ty mentioned, you can join us live and ask your question yourself. Now, we do have, as you see there, the beautiful Miss Renikia here, live from ATL in the building. How you been?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm here, as they say. Fair middling.
Amen. We the number one more time.
All right. Mona, I see that you've joined us from Kansas City, B School, Big Sip. Thank you for joining us as well. Queen and Queens World, The Real, thank you. Says, what up, family? Let's get into this. You're absolutely correct. Let's see here. Libra, Lavage, M._4Don. I see you on Instagram. TikTok, I've loaded you guys up twice, and you're still just thinking. So I don't know if you can hear me or not.
It's not going.
It's just the two dots just doing like this.
Oh, wow.
It's thinking. Let me exit. 1 second. And no, we were supposed to hit home. And then left sign.
Slide over to live.
Resume live. Resume.
Oh, it said resume.
I said resume is kicking out. Okay, it's on there now.
Okay.
It's good. All right, so TikTok, go ahead and post your questions in the chat box as well as Instagram as well. We're just going to jump right into this thing. And Ty will tell you what the topic of this show is, which is number 215 a little later, but let's go ahead and dive.
I'll tell them what it is.
You want to tell them what it is?
What the name of it is.
Okay, well, what is it?
Can a fifth grader wholesale real estate?
Can a fifth grader wholesale real estate?
It's a play on the show. Are you smarter than a fifth grader?
You don't say.
Right there.
You don't say. All right.
I know I'm the king of biting.
Okay. Okay. Guys, also on your screen there, if you have not done so, you're more than welcome to go over to Facebook and join the Wholesaling Real Estate with Ty the Flipman group. There's tons, thousands even of people in there doing just what you're doing. Might even be someone in your own backyard that you can partner with if you're new to this game. And I'm going to tell you the number now, and you're going to hear this number over and over again throughout this show. 205-964-5243. Again, that number is 205-964-5243. Put it in your phone because you're going to be texting some keywords to that number to get some great information. All right. So jumping into this thing, Sheila Wooten says, Flipman, I saw on Facebook on your page, someone offered to help with wholesaling. Is that legit from your page? Ooh, they shouldn't be on that, Sheila.
It depends. It depends. It depends. You'd have to be more to me, because that may be someone. A team of folks that do that to try to relieve me of that stuff. So I'm ashamed to say that I don't know everything that's going on. You tell me who it is, I know if it's us or not. But more than likely, if they're in the group, that's being monitored. So if it's in the actual group, normally it is what it is. So that's a private group, so it's sort of monitored.
Mm-hmm. All right, Yehosef, I see you. Solomon Al-Sawat, thank you for joining us. David Ruffin, is that the David Ruffin? Can't be. Okay, says he's in here from Chicago. All right, Heavyweight Trucking Jay from Houston, thank you for joining us. And Big Sip _ 662 says, how do I comp duplexes without previously sold duplexes in the last year and none for sake on market that have not been renovated or have been renovated?
So basically, Renegi's asking, he has nothing. There are no comps of previous duplexes in recently. So how does he come up with a number?
I mean, I have a quick way to do it. This quick math way. And my quick math way is, so I'll look at them like individual units. If it's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, then I'm gonna go out and take a look at properties that have sold that are 2-bedroom, 1 bath. And if it's a 3-bed, 2 bath, I'll break it up per unit and look at properties per unit, and then I bring that price together. And that's the quick math of me getting to what could be the as-is value today, or what will someone purchase for it today. What do you say, Tom?
Oh no, that's it. Basically, break them up into houses is what she's saying. Treat them as houses. You may give a little bump just because it's a rental income property as far as your total calculation, but just treat them as houses.
Okay. That's
when you don't have anything to go by. That's
Yeah.
several ways of going by it. But I like that, because that's sort of what that's exactly what I do. I'm going to just find a normal sized house in that area, square footage. Well, you can always adjust with the price per square foot and just treat that house as the comp and then make the adjustments.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you for joining us. Katrina Smith from Duncan, South Carolina, and Kenneth Tomlin, who says he's tired after work, but he's still here trying to get his daily lessons in. Appreciate you for being here.
Just kick back, man. Hopefully work is over. You got you whatever your choice of beverage is, whether non or not none. Hey, the day is over. Now it's your time to do what you want to do. Hopefully this is part of it, is educating yourself so you can position yourself where you're not in that exhausted state if you are, because of you're pursuing something that allows you to reap 100% of the benefits. So, hopefully we can make your day easier.
All right. I'm still giving shout outs here. Norman Singletary and Mr. T, thank you for joining us. And Finding Value, who's in California, says, hi, I'm getting my real estate license in Cali. What advantages does someone have having a license over someone who doesn't in flipping?
And I like that question a lot because, to me, a license is a tool. All you have is an additional tool that allows you to, evaluate, pull comps and things of that nature. So it's a tool, and I wouldn't say it's in a competitive advantage, but you do have the ability to do more, because now a realtor without a license a flipper without a license a flipper without a license will need to connect with the realtor so they can get this data and comps and things that's on the market. But if you have your own license, you can pull your own comps, your data, you can put your own property on the market. So it's an additional tool that you can use.
On top of it, that's why if I was an agent, I would like to say the license would only be a tool to leverage my investing business. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're flipping, but especially if you're wholesaling, you're doing it the way you should be doing it, you're going to be generating a lot of leads. And guess what? a lot of those leads are not going to fit wholesale. As a matter of fact, the majority of them are not going to fit wholesale deals. And so what you should naturally do with those, you either list them or you refer them to another agent because you don't really want to fool with the, well, I guess if you list it, you don't have to show it, do you, Renika? Or I guess technically you don't, do you? If you list it yourself, you don't have to show it.
That you are the owner?
I'm saying, yeah, I'm saying if you list a property and you don't really want to go through driving people around or following you, you technically don't have to do that, right?
Absolutely. I mean, you know, not really. I mean, you can control, you have the ability to control everything.
Yeah.
You know, control all the calls, control what, you know, who really looks at your property and things of that nature.
Yeah, so I would probably have this is what I would do if I didn't want to do that part of it, but I just wanted to be able to, I ain't gonna say waste the lead, but waste the lead or whatever that could turn into a listing. I would probably just already have me a couple of agents that say, hey, I'm gonna feed you these listings. I got the listing. You go show them. I ain't doing that. You know, I can make money. I got other stuff I can be doing. You know, so basically, I'm just throwing them some alley-oops or whatever because I don't want to do the showing, even though it's my listing. So I guess you could do that, right?
Oh, that's what you're saying. Yeah, when you, and that's why the beauty of being a listing agent, that you don't really have to show it. Most buyers have an agent, a buyer's agent, who's going to take them around and show them all your property. So a listing agent, you know, sometimes don't have to show, but sometimes people call you that don't have an agent, and you got to, which is a good thing because that's the lead generation.
Yeah, that's the part I was saying. They call you and it's in a state where you can act as a dual agent. That's what I was saying. That's when I would pass off to another agent that I'm networking with. I don't want to do the show, and I'm willing to give up that percentage because you know people can run you. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. And they spending their money, they gonna buy what they want. Got it don't mean they gonna want it. You know, after you've shown it to them. So I was saying I would just pass that off. So that if nothing else, as far as the benefit of being an agent and you're an investor first / wholesaler first, all those leads that you're going to be generating, you can turn some of those into listing to continue to fund your business to generate more leads. Or you know what I'm saying, instead of letting them just die or whatever, you know, which you can still refer leads anyway as a wholesaler, just find an agent, you know, that you could do that with. So but yeah, that's most definitely what I would recommend or whatever. So if I was an agent.
Okay, going to Instagram, Wellness73 says land that has no utilities and needs to go through the health department to get a septic tank. Is that a good deal? She also mentions it's a 1986 mobile home. Is a 1986 mobile home worth trying to wholesale if it's in move-in condition? So the first thing, land, no utilities, needs to go through the health department for a septic tank. Would that still be a good deal?
Well, if it had a mobile home, I can't see how it didn't have utilities.
No, two separate questions.
Huh?
Two separate questions.
Oh, they still have questions. So yeah, you'll find land all the time that has no road access, no utilities. Or what you say with well, so when you say no utility, that includes water and plumbing and everything. So,
right, because it has to go through the health department to get the
regardless, you know, you're still going to have to go through the county to get all that permitted and done anyway. So yeah, you still have to. Number one, how large is the tract of land, the lot tract of land, and then you start comparing other tracts of land that have similar characteristics, whether similar to houses. Now, I've like I said, every time it seems like we do these every week, I've learned more than I did the last week, and I've invested in a tool that it's I'm ready. You know, if you wanted to comp some, I probably could give you an opinion on it now. I ain't saying
you bought into it. You bought it. Love it.
But I'm getting into it. So,
and also to add to that, most vacant land that you want to build new construction on, most vacant land doesn't have utilities, and that's the additional things that you got to do when you buy land. Like everybody want to buy land. I hope they also saying put money aside for your infrastructure and your pipes and your electrical and all that as you buy this land, because you got to do that. So that's pretty normal. And that should just be added to your repair, your construction costs, which is called horizontal costs, land costs, or whatever the case may be, to get your land ready to go vertical. That's pretty normal.
Mhm. On the mobile home thing, what she say about the mobile home?
1986 mobile home with, is it worth trying to wholesale and it's in moving condition?
Does it have to be moved? Does land come with it?
Right.
Who's the manufacturer? What's the size? You know, all of that a factor. Yeah.
And is it somebody willing to pay for it more than what you got? It could be a good deal, you know?
Yeah. And she didn't even give us a price, you know, so.
Okay, so let's go over to TikTok. Let's see what you got going on, Clifford Clark. Clifford Clark, 82. Do you have any openings for the side-by-side working with you? My birthday is coming up on the 26th, but my 30th day after I started buying into all the programs is on the 20th of April. I really want to get into this.
Well, if you've purchased any of the products that we promote out there, thank you, number one, for your purchase. At the end of the day, the courses get you where you want to, but you still have to consume some of this free stuff to fill in the holes. There's no course I could put together that could compare to 13 years of content. You should have 800 plus videos. There's nothing I can put together that can compare to that. I say you got to watch. Some people can watch 8 of these videos and get it. Everybody's different on how they retain information and how I present it. It may not be the best option for you on how you can learn it or whatever. So that's part of it. But if you've done that, you have everything you need. You have the foundation to succeed at this. Now you just need to apply the information. If you don't get anything out of anything that I teach, at the end of the day, it all boils down to how effective are you at generating daily leads, period. Choose method. That's why I talk about bandit signs, direct mail, cold calling, text messaging, Google AdWords, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, door knocking, co-wholesaling. All of those methods it boils down to, are you going to generate daily leads at a decent level? You know, deals will well, I ain't gonna say mistake. Deals will happen, even if you really don't know what you're doing. If you're doing a decent amount of marketing or talking to people, you need phones ringing, yours or theirs. Well, actually, both of them, yours or theirs. You need phones ringing, period. Email, text, you need communication going on. Maybe a better way of me saying it, because it can be done more than just by phone. Communication needs to be happening between you and sellers every day. That's the name of the game, period. Whether it's text message, email, phone calls, direct mail letter, door knocking, whatever situation, communication needs to be just constant between you and sellers to succeed, period.
Yeah.
A lot of people on real estate, you need to be making sure you're getting your name out there as much as possible. That's the name of the game. I don't care if you get nothing else out of that. That's the bottom line. You gotta be communicating with people that own real estate, saying that they want to sell it, period. That's the name of the game.
All right, so we're just talking about this whole business boils down to lead generation, right?
Yeah.
And I know you said often that this isn't easy. So Ernest Polo from TikTok says, you make wholesaling sound so easy.
No.
That shish is
No.
not easy. You need a lot of money for marketing. But that's not
No.
necessarily so.
That is not so, man.
It's not so.
That is not so. That is not so. That is
It's
not
not
so. Now, let me just say this. If you choose to go in a certain direction, yes. And having some money to pour into it can speed up your process to a check for some people. But there are others that have never, I ain't gonna say never, but they started out not spending any money. Only thing they did was just network their butts off.
Yep.
Between wholesalers that have properties, they've already done all the hard work, and you just create a cash buyers list. The biggest operation in the game, the majority of their deals come from networking.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Period. It's so you don't need it. I mean, prior to prop screen and all these tools online, we did it manually. It was literally going, literally putting out banner signs, and banner signs can get expensive. But most importantly, you have the ability, if you have the ability to go back and pick them up and things of that nature. You co-wholesaling is probably the most lucrative, Ty said, the most lucrative strategy you can do. I think I did 80% of my deals was reverse wholesaling. Reverse wholesaling, is literally finding the buyer, finding the cash, and then going out, connecting and partnering with other wholesalers that had the houses. I literally didn't have to go find a lot of houses because I was okay with partnering with the wholesalers that had all the houses. So there's so many creative ways you can do this without having to put a lot of money into it, outside of maybe some gas in your car, driving for dollars, a couple $100 to get your bandit signs, and co-wholesaling is free. And
All right. Seeking Truth and Byron, thank you for joining us as well. Still giving these shout outs, and you're right. This show ain't nothing without David Ruffin. That's what he said.
Which one from Birmingham?
I think David Ruffin, right?
I think you're right.
Okay, well, you know
Somebody
what?
correct me.
You're just on this kick of finding something that I'm wrong about every week, which is rare. So I'm gonna let you have it. Maybe I'm wrong. Which one of the 5 freaking temptations is from Birmingham, Alabama? That'll be the next question up in just a moment. Let me ask this question first, and then I'm gonna figure that out. Okay, so Seeking Truth says, I'm so eager for my first deal. I've started at video 1 of Flip Man's videos. I'll be in that box talking to Mr. Flip, giving my testimony soon. All right, I hear you. I'll be looking for you.
Wow. He started back in the 2008.
Day one.
Oh,
I can only imagine. I don't only imagine what the day one video looks like. It get better with time. But the information didn't change.
Yeah.
Dennis Edwards.
Dennis, I don't think that's his name.
Dennis Edwards, the lead singer of Motown legends, The Temptations. He was born in Birmingham, Alabama in 1940.
It's another one though. It's another. That ain't the one.
Edwards replaced the lead singer David Ruffin. Who else? Okay, which other ones? Okay, let's see here. Other Alabama natives: Eddie Kendricks of Union Springs, Paul Williams of Inslee.
That's what I'm talking about, Eddie Kendricks.
Yeah, but Paul and Melvin Franklin of Montgomery.
Yeah, I guess I didn't know all that now.
See,
Okay.
Look at Google. The wild world of Google.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Look at Google.
I was talking about Eddie. What you said?
Eddie something.
Yeah, I was talking
Eddie Kendricks.
Eddie Kendricks. That's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's who you were talking about, though, right? Okay, gotcha. All right, so Rhonda says, Ty, now that you've invested in the land software, how will you be extending it to your subscribers? Thank you all for the content.
Y'all don't want to know what baby coming down the pipeline on that.
Shadow well.
Okay.
Hey, it's pricey. Ooh.
Call if you need some comps, right?
Yeah, it might be cash after for comps.
Cash for comps.
Comps some cash. Oh boy.
Okay, so Mulam from Instagram wants to know, what contract do you use when you're partnering with other wholesalers? So we talked about that just a second ago. Like, that's a great avenue when you're getting started, or just if that's your niche, to just partner with wholesalers. What contract do you use when you're dealing with other wholesalers?
Either, and people do it all kinds of ways, but my recommendation is to do a purchase and sales agreement or an option, exclusive option, or you could do non-exclusive. Doesn't matter, but it doesn't matter. But I normally like to do either a purchase or a non-exclusive, an exclusive option. So.
Okay. Also, same user says, I got my bandit signs, business cards, and We Buy Houses shirts. I'm going everywhere this weekend. Okay. Well, okay.
Okay.
Walking advertising. Okay. So Clifford says, this is from TikTok. I know how to generate the leads. I don't know how to do the contract yet. Well, lucky you. You can text the word
Oh, wow, this
contract.
is the first second, really the first card of it.
Uh-huh.
Wow,
You
there
can
you
text
go.
the word contract.
Start 25 minutes in. You know what I'm saying? What's going on here? The text the word contract and your wishes have been granted.
Mm.
And that's on TikTok. So the number there, you saw the number
Oh, he saw it. Yeah, he saw it too.
205-964-5243. Text that word and you will be directed to information on how to fill out that one-page contract that Ty's been using since the beginning of his wholesaling career. Yes, Body Bate says they would gladly cash out for comps. That's the real peace of mind right there.
Mhm.
Huh?
Invest, invest.
Hey, don't play with me.
Is that a website? Let me Google that.
Gather come.
Y'all better go get it because that's what's up next. Y'all better go
Now,
get it.
Ty hit you with the K cash, K in it.
Yeah, exactly. You better switch it up because it's gonna happen. One way or another. Let's see here. Body Bate. Actually,
How much are you willing to pay?
oh, here we go.
Let's establish that how much you're willing to pay to have a property comp.
It's worth it. Whatever it is, it's worth it.
Let's see here. So we've already answered that. Rennie, this was okay. Mr. T says, I went to Ren's site, but it kept redirecting me around. Is there another way to reach her website for funding? And then Rennie, hold on. Next question would be, I just had one for you. Body Bate, VA, wants to know, can we hear about them funding services? Okay, Rennie, that's you. You up. You are up.
Lay up. But most importantly, my website is going to my main lending company, which is Capital on Demand. So right now we're pretty much putting a grand focus on real estate financing, such as fix and flip, buy and hold, new construction, income, not income, but multifamily development, 30-year rentals, no tax returns, no income verification, no pay stubs, completely asset-based lender. One of my mottos is that we don't deny you, you deny yourself, because we fund real estate based on the value. So it's really almost no piece of real estate that we won't finance. But as I stated, no tax returns, income verification, or pay stubs. You still can buy that property purchase and flip. You can buy that rental, 30-year note that goes into your business name, net that shows up on your personal credit, which is amazing, which allows you to go to the bank at any time and take advantage of any of their products, because none of our loans go into your personal name, which trues up your debt to income, which allows you to go to the bank and still utilize their products. But if you are interested in any of those, just go to Find My Next Deal. My site is redirecting you to my main sister site, which is capitalondemand.com. If you want to get in contact with me, there's a 1-800 number on that site that goes to my main business line, and you can reach me from there as well.
All right, guys, there you have it. And you can rewind this back to about 28 minutes in and get those gems and jewels that Renikia just gave you to further your wholesaling career. Ty, if you don't mind, hold up that contract sign for me for my guy on TikTok. He wanted you to hold it up for me while I get this situated again. Let's see here. Am I on dailies? I think so. Boom. All right. You're good, Ty. No one has joined us as of yet, but don't forget, guys, you can text the word GATOR, GATOR, to the number 205-964-5243. That way you can ask your questions live and any other follow-up questions that you may have as well. Sheila Wooten, you say get to the questions so we don't run out of time. You can come on live and ask whatever questions you have and any follow-up questions. And that way we'll bump you right to the front of the line. That's what happens, guys. When I see you in my little box down here, I bring you on. You do me a favor because I can sit back and play my information. I'm just kidding.
Get this question.
I'm working. Okay, so Natalie D says, when I write a contract and the seller seeks an attorney review, they always kill the deal. plus $100 earnest money has not been working for me. So what follow-up questions would you have for Miss Natalie on why this isn't working for her?
All right. All right. Who are you dealing with? Right? Are you dealing with just regular people? Or you got a real estate agent that's involved in the deal? Is it another wholesaler? It doesn't sound like it on that. Or it may just be an actual investor or whatever, which doesn't sound like. So we need to know, who are you targeting? How are you generating your leads? That'll go a long way in knowing why your deals are not getting accepted. Who are you targeting? And we just got to know that. Who are you targeting? Who are you talking to?
Right. And
All right.
I mean, how is it killing your deal? Like, what are they saying? Because if it's $100, that's negotiable. It shouldn't be more of a feedback where $100 doesn't work, but can you do 1,000 or can you do 500? They're not negotiating. They just terminating because you put $100 on there. Or what is their rebuttal? Like, why are they canceling your contract or killing your deal?
All right, Natalie, if you have any follow-up to that, you can either come on and join us, or either I will read whatever you put in the chat. So thank you. I just mentioned, guys, that you could join us live in Success by Fire. That's the username there has, and boom, how are you doing today?
Boom. I'm doing great. Thank you. How about yourselves?
Great.
We're doing well. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Upper Marlboro, Maryland, just about 8 miles outside of Washington, D.C.
All right, okay. What's your
Hey,
question tonight, or questions?
hey, well, a couple of things. Hey, is boom an Alabama thing? Was that a Todd thing? What's boom?
It's just boom. I just say boom. I do it at work a lot too. I'm sorry. It's just boom.
No, it's all good. All right. Hey, look.
Actually, I picked that up from one of my. I don't even know if I
You
call.
do say
He
I
does
don't
say,
know if I
"Lead
call her a friend anymore or not,
that.
but from one of a friend of mine, one of her kids or whatever. So a few years ago. But anyway,
Boom."
yeah.
Yeah, boom. All right, boom on. So look, all right, my wife and I are fresh, man. I'm like 2.5 weeks in of just coming across your videos, and before I forget, I think you're doing a fantastic job. Your team, the woman we can't see but can hear, your partner who you have on here, your partner who you have on here now, whose name I can't remember and I can't see it. So y'all doing great, man. Love it. Like I say, 2.5 weeks in, and like somebody else had just said, they're eager. I'm super eager, and I have the trial, 7-day trial with prop stream and batch driven. Came across a property of a guy in my area. Text him. He texts back and he said, sure. When I asked, is he interested in a cash offer? Show him proof of funds. So from what I understand, unless I have the funds, which I don't, that would call for me to have a buyer, right? Who I've gone in contract with and would then have the proof of funds. Is that right?
Well, generally speaking, it's. I guess if you had that relationship with a buyer, they would be okay with that, but normally that's not how it works.
Okay.
There's, okay, more than like just this situation, assuming that it was a deal. I'm going, did you all even get to a price? Let's start there.
Exactly. No, we simply text. I think my man might be of Hispanic origin. The communication, he seemed to have a template text. Each time I text back, he was just, sure, send me proof of funds.
Well, okay. So what it is, he's gotten a lot of communications about the property. So he's so let me just the way this works for the most part. Most motivated sellers are not. They just don't talk like that, right? So he's saying proof of funds of what? $1? You gonna sell it to $1? I can send you that. Or I'll actually send you the $1. So that I probably would have got smart with him because I know that wasn't going anywhere. But so proof of funds on what? Your response should have been, we haven't even talked price. What are you selling it for? And then I could possibly proof up on it. or whatever. So, but normally, if it is a situation, even if it is a situation where the numbers work and you need proof of funds, if it's a great deal, because you don't know me, but you know of me, I'm just letting you know, if it's a great deal, just reach out to me and I can get proof of funds, right? So that's the least of your worries, right? That's part of the why you can come over here in the live stream. We can discuss this, like, just I'm nobody, just talking. I like to make money, just like you like to make money or whatever. So, but if it's ever a situation, well, let me back. Assuming you don't know me and they ask for proof of funds, it could be a deal breaker if you don't have it or you don't have access to it. Let me just keep it simple. I'm not too complicated. So when someone asks you for proof of funds, it's no different if they give you a price that doesn't work for you if you don't have the source to proof of funds. Now, there are services out there that offer it. I am affiliated with one of them, not trying to sell you anything, but in most cases, you don't need proof of funds for what we do, unless you're targeting certain types of sellers or properties. But this guy, he's just being smart. So you're really not missing out on anything, because you all didn't even discuss price, proof of funds for how much. You know what I'm saying? That's probably would have been my follow-up question. Well, how much am I proofing up for? So what, I need to send you $1 million? I need to send you $100? What am I proofing up for? What's the number? What's your bottom line price? And then we can talk proof of funds. Should have actually been your response. You could probably say it a little nicer than what I'm saying, but yeah. But he's not. You don't have anything there. I'll be shocked if he gives you a price that works. He's just being smart because he's probably tired of people reaching out to him or whatever. But the great thing about this business, whereas he may have that attitude now and doesn't need the money, just being smart, 3 months from now, his wife is leaving him and he wants to get rid of that property now before it gets tied up in the divorce. His tone, not saying it may be you, it's just the timing of it. A lot of times where they may be smart with this person, smart with that person, and then they talk to you 3 months from now, and no, he's ready to rock and roll because there's something in his life has changed that makes him now motivated. He's not talking crazy or whatever. But this guy more than likely is nothing to waste any time, or you can put it on your not interested category or DNC, however you want to place him. But to answer your question, if you need proof of funds and you don't have it, it's just a deal breaker. But there are services out there that offer it, just to let you know.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I can't look back on my text right now. I think I did ask what's the price, and he sent back the same response. Sure, show me proof of funds. So, all right, that's good.
So he's not. Yeah, delete whatever category you got to put to make sure he doesn't filter back through your system. Add him as many times as you possibly can, because he's not serious about it. He's not motivated.
And real quick, you said if you can get a sale out of about 200 contacts, meaning I can pull up about 200 homes, and out of that 200, there should be a deal in there somewhere. Is that right?
Well, okay, so let's be clear on that. If you're reaching out to 200 actual people that you've actually talked to, okay. Now out of that 200, a certain percentage of those are going to want to. Probably 60 of those, probably what that is, 30. What is that? 30%. Yeah. So probably about 30% of those are probably actually talking, selling, right? So out of that 30%, you should be able to get a couple of deals out of that or whatever. Just normal numbers. Some people can do better than that, but normally, if you can get 200 people actually talking about selling, now you could talk to 200 people or reach out to 200 people, and you only get 20 of them on the phone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking about you've actually talked to 200. Let's lose 100 instead of 200. 100 people, and you can get 15 of them on the phone, 15 or 20 of them. You should be able to get a deal out of that. And they talk about selling.
My man. Well, I'm glad I got to meet you and talk to you before you blow way the hell up and will be inaccessible. Hey.
Never.
No, man. Hey, well, just check this out. This is a platform that allows me to, and Renika, and Ray, it allows us you know, we networking. You know, that's the name of the game. It took me a few years to figure that out. Meet people like Renika. You know, I finally, you know, hey, I get it now or whatever. So it allows me. Now, let me just say this. When I started putting out videos, that was my intent, to be able to reach out to people like-minded, right, all over the country. We just do deals together. That was my intent when I started doing these videos back in 2008. So we're here, you know, and that happens or whatever. So yeah, man, that's what I said. That's why we throw up this word GATOR. You follow the instructions. So you're not in on no limitations on what you got to say or whatever. We're not going to push anyone off. You know, what you're asking, a lot of people want to know the same question. Now, you pay somebody to get on here BSing us around or whatever. That's one thing, but you're not. You're here trying to learn. I really appreciate you taking your time out to ask your questions and hopefully answer. Renika hadn't said anything, but because I've been talking, but you want to say something?
No. Hey, your answer was perfect. I couldn't say anything. But most importantly, I mean, there's some people that do this for fame and fortune, and there's some people that really has a genuine love to just want to pour this knowledge into, you know, people that's seeking a better life or a legacy. And to me, this is a mission, you know, and it's truly about taking the knowledge that you were blessed with and pouring that and giving that back or paying that forward, so someone else can leave a legacy for their family. So it's way bigger than fame and fortune, you know.
All right, let me cut this camera off. Let me cut this camera off. Nick about to have me tear up because that's what it's all about, man. I got some daughters.
Yeah, we got to pay it forward. That's what it's about.
Love it. Hey, join us again, man. We're on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays at 5 Eastern, and on Thursdays at 8 Eastern. So, hey, join us.
I'm with it. I'm here. I'll see you. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye. And as we just said, boom, there we go. So I'm going to follow up with this. Epic, you have a chat post here that says 200 to 1 is not a good ratio. And I'm thinking about, at my place of work, we have this metric that we have to meet. And it's one out of every 110. If we get one for every 110 guests that we see, that's a good deal. So 1 out of every 200. I know it sounds a lot, but
what I said.
No,
that ain't what I said. You get one deal out of 200. That ain't what I said.
What'd you say?
I don't remember what I said, but I didn't say that.
So what's the good ratio?
Right, it was 30%, which was 60.
I said you talk to 200 people that actually you actually talk to, right? And then I said a certain percentage of those are going to actually want to sell. And I said that's where the number comes from. Okay. I said probably about 60 of those actually want to sell. Okay. You should get 2 or 3 deals out of that. That's what I said.
So of the 200, 60 should really want to sell, and out of that 60, you should be able to maybe pull out 2 or 3. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, man. That's awesome. Talking $10,000 to $50,000 paydays.
Yeah, it only takes one. I'll talk to 200 for one $30,000 payday. I'm good. So yeah,
it's called work. I mean, there's no success without work.
Yeah,
you got to be willing to put in the work.
You know.
Okay, Marion, are you ready? Yeah, there she is. Hey, Marion, how you doing?
Hi, y'all. Y'all gonna get tired of me because I'm texting GATOR every time I be writing my questions down now. Like I'm ready for him to go live. Sorry.
Where are you calling from?
I'm in Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah. And Reunique, I want to thank you because on the last live, I hear her like soon as it ended because my question didn't get answered in the chat. I was like, I hit her on Instagram and asked her a question because I'm a realtor and y'all done put me on this game about, you know, partnering with wholesalers and bringing them the cash prize. So now I'm pumped up, right? So here's my questions though. And it's a few. I ain't gonna hold you long. But on the deal later, yeah, I got it wrote down. I was prepared.
She sound like she in the pulpit.
And I hear Pastor say that, I just fall off all the time.
Look, my uncle, my mom's twin brother is a preacher, so I'm not gonna do y'all like that. I get it. But on the dealulator, so the price per square foot, I've been told a few different things. One, if the repairs are not that much, do $15 just to get an estimate until I really understand the details of what stuff costs. So I was told $15 times a square foot to estimate repairs if the repairs are minimal, and if they are substantial, do 20 to 25. But on the dealulator, it has, I think, 20 if it's livable, and 25
and 40. 25 and 40.
Yeah, 40. Yeah, 40. So how do you really, hold on, how do you really determine that?
Well,
when you're
and I try to make it clear it's a generalization, period, right? Because some areas are rental areas only. You can't really do fix and flips or whatever, just rental. You know, we all know those areas. So that $25 is not going to really be relative. Then that's when 15 will probably play more of a role, because you can only do one. You know what I'm saying? You really can't do, but in any fix and flip area, you can do rentals too, right? You know, so that's where that more of apply. But when you're just in a more strong rental area, it's very difficult to do fix and flips consistently because of probably the price range of the houses. You know, I don't know anybody in the other cities. In parts of Birmingham, it's hard to do flip and fix. Strong rental areas, but you're just not going to have a lot of families buying in those areas like that. Now, people buy houses already, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying you're not going to be able to eat consistently on fix and flips, mainly because the rehab costs could be more than what the house is worth, right? In a lot of situations. So that's what I mean by that. So yeah, that's when you can, and that's why on that calculator, it's adjustable. You know, you can put it at $15. You can actually edit to a different number. So you're in those type of there, but like I try to just stress, we just need as wholesalers something to go by, right? It's not set in stone that that's going to be the actual number, but normally those numbers come pretty close to where you need to be as far as being able to determine if you have an opportunity or not. Because you send 3 contractors out, they're gonna come back 3 different bids. Period. You tell them exactly the same thing you want on there. Just give them all the same sheet. They come back with 3 different bids. Period. Okay. We just need to change. So don't get too bogged down on that part of it. You know, whatever. So.
Okay. And my next question, I heard someone else ask this. Well, first, what are like a few of the top questions you ask the cash buyers? Like, because I get them calling me pretty often because I'm a realtor. They ask me if I have off-market properties, and I'll be like, let me check my list, and I just say my phone as cash buyers. So what kind of questions?
Renika, go. That's you there. Go.
Alley-oop. So the goal as a realtor, we attract buyers and sellers. So it's like an instant attraction as realtors. So when a buyer or investor contact you and they're looking for properties, never tell them you don't have it. The goal is to, especially if you emerge in investors' world. So if I were you, one of the things that I did very well is I realized that I attract investors and buyers this because I was a realtor. So, and this is why I end up defaulting doing reverse wholesaling. And I think you'll be really good at reverse wholesaling too. So basically what you do is you'll take that buyer and that buyer say, hey, I have some properties in my database, but what exactly are you looking for? And they'll tell you, hey, I'm looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and this zip code and this area, and this is how much I want to pay for it. And once I understood that, my goal was to go out and find them a 3-bedroom, 2-bath in that price range, less than what they're willing to pay for it, but I knew what they were maximum willing to pay for it. So if you tell me 3.2, I'm willing to pay up to $75,000, I'm gonna go find that same property at $50,000 so I can make a spread because I know that you're willing to pay $75,000. You know, I may co-wholesale. I may go, to these real groups, and I began to partner with other wholesalers and see what they have off market. One of the things that they teach us as realtors is how to become listing agents. But that's exactly what wholesalers are. We don't list anything, but basically the same process of being a listing agent It's the same process of finding off-market properties as a wholesaler. Instead, we'll find that property and we'll list it. The wholesaler will find that property and put it on the contract. It's the same thing. So before you find someone as a realtor, you find that property. Instead of you putting it on the contract, you'll tell that homeowner, hey, I have a database of investors. Do you mind if I provide an exclusiveness to my investors for a couple days, maybe even before I put it on the market? That allows you to exclusively sell off market before you put it on the market. If you have this buyer's cash list, this cash buyers list that's looking for these properties as well. So.
Okay. And my last question is on the Fund My Next Deal. I know you say you don't need like tax returns, all this stuff, but is there a down payment requirement? Like I know a lot of times you need like 10 to 20% down.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So for fix and flip, if you're looking to purchase a property, we lend up to 90% purchase and we'll give you 100% of your rehab. Now, if you're a first-time flipper, it'll be 80% of your purchase and 100% of the rehab. So there's always a 10 to 20% down payment, absolutely, of the purchase price.
Cool. That's it. Thank you. See, that was a long time.
You got it in, baby.
All right.
Benediction.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Until next week.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Marion. Thank you for asking those questions. I'm sure you help someone else. And make sure you join us next week and keep writing down those questions and come back and ask more and more and tell that baby in the background. We say, hey.
I know he all in it. All right. I will do.
I'm gonna get you a chopper soon. I see your airplane. Bye, y'all.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Ooh, I love it. I love it when people come on live. It gives me just a moment to sit here and eat my ice. That's great. All right, guys, jumping right back into these questions. Let's see here, TikTok and Instagram. Go ahead and continue posting those questions in there. Jeremiah says, hey, Flip, I've been listening to you for years and you really be telling the truth. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
That's nice. Appreciate it. Grand Bell DSF says, to know it's at a good deal, do I do the ARV then add the repair? And that's the flip profit for the buyer? Question mark.
What was the question now? What did you say?
Okay, let me reread this. To know it's a good deal, do I do the ARV then add the repair? And that's the flip profit for the buyer? No.
Subtract the repair.
Yeah, you would subtract.
You subtract the repairs. So you work it backwards. So if you know what your after repair value is, and then you subtract I wouldn't say it's the profit, but this is the equation. You understand what your comps is, what you will be able to sell it for, which is the after repair value. Then you can subtract the amount of repairs that is needed. So say for instance, the after repair value is 100,000. The amount of repairs is 50,000. That means that the amount of repairs is 50,000. That means that I wouldn't do it like that. 70% of the after repair value is the equation. So that's what I was doing. So when you understand your after repair value, multiply it by 70%. And the reason why we multiply it by 70%, because that 30% truly represents your profit. That 30% represents your profit. So if you multiply that 70% and your purchase price plus your rehab is more than 70% of the after repair value, is eating into your profit. So now you have to determine, is it really worth it? Okay, when I add it up, my purchase and my repairs are 80 to 85% of my profit. Is that enough for me to do all of this work to only make 15%? You got to understand that 15% is gross. It's not minus any realtor fees, taxes, insurance, and all the other fees that you have. So you end up trickling that 15% down to like 4 or 5%, and you worked on it for 8-9 months just to make 5% profit. So it's very important that you understand at least that 70% equation so you can back it up and understand that 30% is what truly represents your profit.
All right, there you have it. Body by Tay, we holding body by Tay to this right here. It says, You ready for this? I'm giving Flipman 3% on all my wholesale deals. You're my realtor now. I have one under contract currently and going to see 2 more Saturday. Wish me luck. Well, I wish you luck because I want that 3%. Yes. Yes.
That's what's up, man. He officially made you both honorary broker.
You got a new job, Ty.
Hey, that's what's up, man.
So Queen's World says, what do you do if the only comp you have for your subject property are all 2017 and 2018, but the subject is in 1987? Also, the square foot is not apples to apples after I've went a mile out. Ooh. Okay, so we're going to hitting a mile out, can't find any comps, not apples to apples. What do you do from there?
I mean, so to me, what that means is that there's absolutely no sales in that area for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, that's what I think she said. She doesn't. She's a mile out, and she doesn't. Well, she said she doesn't have anything. Okay, the comps that she does find is 2017 bills, 2018 bills, and hers is a 1987 bill. You're gonna have to go with the nearest and best, even though those are newer properties, and they may be larger in square footage. You're just gonna have to make some adjustments. I don't know. It'll be difficult to tell you without looking at it, but the way I would approach it is, number one, is there a lot of activity? Okay, so let's start there. So regardless of the year builds, the sizes, all that, isn't a lot of activity. So if there is, then we're just gonna make adjustments, as needed. It still can be comped. You know what I'm saying? You're just gonna have to make adjustments based on price per square foot, take into consideration the newer build houses, because a house can be updated now to look like them. You know what I'm saying? You go in there and gut it, and you can do a whole new modern layout, which 1987 is not that old. It's more, it's a little more modern. If it was in the 50s, where you see bedrooms off the kitchen, you ain't gonna see that in a 1987. That's more of a modern build. So it can be updated to look like those now. So you just have to take that in consideration, and then the square footage just depends. It could be manipulated or added on. Like Renika say, pop the top, depending on the market. All of that could be in place. So the main thing is how much activity is going on in the area, and then we can make adjustments as needed. But what are your thoughts?
Now, I would say the same thing is, that's the beauty of real estate. We'll take a 1987 house and we'll build it like a 2017 new modern home. That's the key. So that could be a comp for you, because as Todd stated, that could be your property, could be a tear down rebuild, and you can build it just like the 2017 homes. But if that's not the goal, then finding other properties that have sold that has been rehabbed is very, very important to your comp. And I'll be a little skeptical even to invest into an area that doesn't have a lot of activities or people buying and selling. Because because one of the things that I look at when I am actually going to invest, purchase, and flip, I look at, and this is one thing that no one looks at, because it's a realtor thing, but a lot of realtors don't look at it. I mean, we look at it, but doesn't understand it. It's DOM, which is days on the market. There's no way that I'm gonna go into an area and flip a property and the days on the market say 465 days. That lets me know it's gonna take me a year and a half to sell my property. I have to then calculate holding costs for a year and a half, because most likely all the comps sold in 400, 300 days. So I have to take that into consideration. Just be mindful of those things when we're investing into areas that doesn't have a lot of activity. And when you see that area, pay attention to DOM, which is days on the market, to determine how long it's really taking those investors to flip those properties in this area.
All right, Carolyn, are you ready to come on? Yes,
I invested it in him. Hey, how y'all doing?
How you doing?
Are we good?
That's where you coming from.
Hey, Todd, man. I want to thank you, man. Listen, I'm sitting here talking to one of my artists. I'm in a federal halfway house, okay? I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Okay.
I changed my life. I changed my life. I've been home maybe like 140 days. Since then, I done opened up an entertainment company called Top of the Food Chain Entertainment.
Okay.
I just did one of the biggest events in my life, March Madness. Okay, we just hosted for March Madness. So I was like, I work at the Colonial Life Center for the University of South Carolina with the Gamecocks and Don Staley and all them. So I'm like, it's a no-brainer. Why not, instead of wearing other people's clothes to my job, wear my own entertainment company, shirt to my job. And it popped. So I just did the Maxwell concert since I've been home, Moneybag Yo, Roddy Rich, WWE Money, WWE Raw. What else? The March Madness. Juvenile. Oh yeah, Juvenile, No Limit. I'm talking about this is within like 120 days. So I'm on Instagram just flipping. Cause then like the name of the company is Top of the Food Chain Entertainment. But it started off as Top of the Food Chain Credit Repair and CPN business because I fix people credit and I make CPN numbers for people. So I'm scrolling on Instagram and big flip man pop up on my screen again. So I just hired this chick, okay, from out of Florida. She's a good promoter. She's promoting the brand is starting to grow. And she gave me some money yesterday while I was at work. She cashed out me some money. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna really like do something with the money. Cause like the money that I'm spending nowadays is investments. Like I'm not just spending money to be spending money. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, what should I do with this money? And then Ty came up on the screen. I said, man, I'm finna spend every dollar with him. I cashed out that money to you quick. So today I'm laying in the bed, I'm not ashamed of my past, I used to be in the streets hard, and I done been a millionaire. I still am, what I'm saying? But I just got to do it this way. So it's like, I don't care about, like living like this right here, right now, like fresh out of prison, you know what I'm saying? But my story is that, if I can change, and change my life, anybody can change, and everybody got a story. Everybody got a story, and everything that's big was once small. At one time. So so I'm laying in the bed and I start reading on the wholesale, the wholesaling secrets, and I made it to a certain point, in the book today. And as soon as I got off the line, here come this right here, notification pops up that y'all on live. So I'm like, man, it's real. I'm like, yo, this ain't no scam right here. Like, this real right here. And then now I'm here talking to y'all, letting y'all know. So my question is, as me being a person who just bought this package yesterday, and like, what do I need to do? Because like, I'm willing to spend whatever I need to spend to be, up close and personal with you. I already heard you say, you got a lot of people and whatnot, but man, I need this wealth because I got a dynasty that I'm building, and I need this wealth. So I'm willing to do whatever I need to do, what I'm saying, to make it to the next level and be like y'all. I just need to learn the terminology and stuff, and that's why I'm reading this book and stuff. Excuse me, man, I'm a mess. So I just threw this hoodie on real quick. I'm like, I want to make myself look as presentable as I can. I'm sorry. I got my lock all over me. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, you're doing that. No, it's real. I love it.
Yeah. Hey, but look, if you go on my Instagram, you can see how I'm together now. I'm just.
Oh, no, it's no judgment zone. It's no judgment zone. We all out here trying to build and make it.
Check this
I'm gonna shut my mouth now. I'm gonna shut my mouth so I can learn something.
All right, check this out, my man. You're a bona fide hustler.
Boom.
Learn the wholesale real estate. Once you get it, and it's probably only going to take you a day or two to get it, you're going to run with it on a level that most people can't. I'm just being real. I can just tell in your spirit. I can only assume what you did to do that time. So to feel that you do Fed time, that means you was out there getting it for real.
I wasn't playing with them, big arm.
A lot of individuals that can go into certain I guess lifestyle that may not be legal or whatever. They build empires. Guess what they can do? They can build legal empires also. So they were not exposed in a lot of cases to be able to leverage what a lot of it just God given and some of its environment ability just to turn something into nothing or whatever. And the risk and reward, is there. So trust me, once you get it, you're going to run with it and go and take it to the next level. You will be just fine. So like with anything else, you must get your foundation and learn what to do. If you want to succeed in anything, it's no secret. You increase your chances of succeeding by simply knowing what to do. So you purchasing that ebook was good, but in reality, it's all free on my YouTube channel right here, which you're on right now, my man. So just to cover yourself in the content or whatever, and you always feel free to just ask questions in the comment section of any of my YouTube videos. I answer those on a daily basis, and that's for obviously to answer your question, but it also helps others or whatever. So you won't have any problem with this. Trust me, once you get the concept of it, you will come back on here. You'll really have a story to tell or whatever.
Okay, that's what's up. Cause I followed you on Instagram and on YouTube and on Facebook, and like all my like pages is the same thing. It's the logo, top of the food chain entertainment, and it's the same thing. And with TikTok. So I just been working these events and promote. So I'm like, how can I add more value to this top of the food chain brand? And then when I spend with you, spend that money that she gave me yesterday, and I invested in and show her the receipts. Like, look, look, this is what we doing now. Like, this is how I added value to the brand. And then when I seen that you like real today, I say, man, if somebody was scamming, they not finna let you get online with them after they took your money. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. It's over with. So I'm like, all right. So then when I seen this and like you can reach out and get on live, I say, now these folks let me get on live. I'm finna be a legal millionaire for real. I'm finna go all the way with this. Like, and here I am. Like, oh, it's for real.
And I love the fact that you took the first step. The first step is to know just to know that you want to do something. You want to do something great, and then you take the first step to purchase an ebook. So the key to this business right now, I would say, just take a couple weeks to just binge watch all the videos you can, read that ebook, come on here every week. Reach out to Ty on a daily basis, ask those questions. Because the more that you begin to just research and learn on your own, now you can come back with real practical questions. Well, exactly how do you put this contract together? So learn as much as you can. So now when we're speaking, it's not that I'm just giving you a whole bunch of information that is all over the place. Is that now that you can ask particular questions to help you understand what you already have read. You know,
okay,
so
cool.
Really just research, take your notes, and really just take a couple weeks to just learn as much as you can, and then come back on the show or get with Ty or whoever and ask those particular questions so you can get started. Because you can get started tomorrow, you know,
right.
but you want to learn the terminology and the verbiage right now. So when you are talking to these sellers and these buyers, you know what you're talking about.
Right, I'm excited, yo.
It's really simple. All we're doing is wholesaling a product called real estate. It's really simple.
yeah. What's the lady name that be speaking?
That's me. That's Adria. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Adria.
Hey.
Man, I love y'all already, yo.
Absolutely. We love you too.
Look.
Yes,
My first $100,000, I'm buying all y'all a gift. Don't turn down my gift.
All right.
I'm buying
that would be rude.
I would pay it forward. I want you to buy somebody else's top ebook. You feel me?
All right, because you look like you look good in the Porsche. You look like you look good in the Audemars. Might put an Audemars on big tie wrist in Asia, whatever you want, but just tell me to get. I'm gonna get. I'm coming. Because guess what you know I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go close another deal, baby. The money coming in. I'm gonna go close another deal.
Okay.
All right. And hey, Karen, when you get off the live, I want you to jump and just look into the chat. You have so many people that you don't even know that is writing for you and giving you words of encouragement right there.
Y'all, man.
Also get with Dig. Dig is in a similar situation, kind of like you. He's in the chat as well. So yeah, build those partnerships and just stay positive, and this will turn out the way you plan, man.
Okay, so I want to say one thing to anybody and everybody that's looking. Appreciate y'all support. If you want to reach out to me so we can network, especially people that's new in the game like me, you can follow me on Instagram at top_ENT_1. That's top_ENT_1 on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. Man, I appreciate y'all for having me tonight, man. And I look forward to seeing y'all again.
All right, thank you.
You topped it off, my man.
Have a good night.
All right, good night, y'all.
That's right.
Hey, I think that's a good way to close out.
That was powerful. That was actually very powerful.
It was, right?
That was powerful. This man is in a halfway house, and and ready to take this thing to the next level. Like that's powerful, y'all. Because a lot of us have all the opportunity in the world and we won't take that step. But sometimes confinement will put you in a place where it's like you want to take that step because someone tried to confine you into an area, so it pushed you to want to be greater. So that was powerful. I admire that young man right there.
Oh, just to answer the topic tonight, so they say, well, I thought I was going to talk about the fifth grade, but anyway, yeah, fifth grader can wholesale real estate. You can't legally sign a document or contract. So study, become the brain. You got no time. You're time rich. So study, become the brains behind the operation. Partner with a parent, sibling, relative, friend, someone of age that can sign a contract and change your entire families and your future endeavors forever, financially anyway. So yeah, a fifth grader can wholesale real estate is the point. So your age doesn't matter is the point of the topic. So anything you want to add, Renika, before we get out of here?
No.
Okay, Sheena Y, you're on Instagram asking, will this live be saved? Yes, all lives are available to play back pretty much as soon as we're done. You can find them on...
yeah, everything replays on TikTok, Instagram. The best experience is on YouTube. It also replays on Facebook and LinkedIn. So if you didn't get your question answered, post them in the comments section of any of my YouTube videos, and I answer those on a daily basis. I think that's pretty much it, Toe.
All right, guys, join us next week. As we said earlier, the first quarter of the year is almost done. We'll be in April. It's still plenty of time, lots and lots of time to get into the wholesaling real estate investments and any form of real estate investment to build generational wealth for you and your family. This is the place to be. Free information every week, multiple times a week. If you're following Ty the Flipman Taylor, you can also follow the beautiful Miss Renika Williams across all social media platforms as well. We have a silent...
Come on, camera. Come on.
Yes.
Come on. Look,
silent person in the office today.
Okay, huh?
Fifth. We have our fifth grader here.
Yes. She's on spring break. She came. Her, my sister came to see me. Come on. And check her out. Y'all meet Zion.
Hey, Zion. Hello. We met the fifth grader.
Oh, your mom don't let you do it. Okay, well.
I don't put on blast like that. Don't say that.
Anyway.
She chooses not to do TikTok.
So I would close the show out. Man, you ain't. We'll see you on the flip side.
All right. Bye, guys.
Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. TikTok, you don't stop. I will help you make your paper stack. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now? 215-964-52439. Yep.